So I'm gonna play this from the top again and show y'all the crazy behavior of this lady. You know, it's crazy.
No damn therapy. Ain't shit wrong with me. Something wrong with him.
So listen, I'm here at the restaurant about to meet my mom again. She called me. She was mad. The job has called her, and this has gone way viral. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. She's just really upset, y'all.
People calling me. People coming to my house. You got my life in jeopardy, boy. I ain't never did nothing to you. Monica, what is the deal? What is going on? I'm trying to figure out, like, why you keep doing this to him? Who is you? I'm his friend.
Yeah, look, now, yeah, yo, this is crazy. So, yo, shout out to the lady for defending the son, you know what I mean? Because she stood there brave and courageous. Because a lot of women, look, she put out her arm to keep her back. That is the tactics you need to know to do. Shout out to that lady for keeping her back from not, spitting in her face and all that aggression. And look at her face. That is mistrunchable nowadays, from Matilda. I hope he doesn't try to meet with her the fourth time, because they're saying that this is the third time, meeting the mother who gave him up at birth. Yeah. And the son name is Sing Tyrus. Sing Tyrus. I don't know if I doubt that the mother named him that, because she had gave him up. So probably other people had named him, you know what I mean?
I woke up this morning, was born out in Kingston and leaving Jamaica abroad, not to England.
This is my page, and the first post here you see in
Look a nigga stop talk. Pussy them a keep a axe off in a frag of me dog them fully advanced. Black money, black card, rich like who little nigga stop talk. Pussy them a keep a axe off in a frag of me dog them fully advanced. Excellent process. Yeah. One bag of money. Yard one a foreign. Give him a little bird can team some stay same way like me daddy. Black money, black card, rich like who little nigga stop talk. Pussy them a cap a axe off in a frag of me dog them fully advanced. Black money, black card, rich like who little nigga stop talk. Pussy them a cap a axe off in a frag of me dog them fully advanced. We advance academically and professionally, extraterrestrially and even medically. Sell we to everybody, take the molly, super fragically, lesbially, sexually, get the dolly ben reality. In a every alley, genitally make Beverly see. Up high do nally, then be clarin and them off me. No go tell Rivali, anti-valley no mediocrity. Black magic, watch fraud. Get a black puss with a black dog. A mad sus, when mad dog. I de left a bad push with the cash card. Black money, black card, rich like who little nigga stop talk. Pussy them a cap a axe off in a frag of me dogs them fully advanced. Black money, black card, rich like who little nigga stop talk. Pussy them a cap a axe off in a frag of me dog them fully advanced. Yes, that's right there. You see me? Tough a lie, bad.
Yeah, my people, yo, that video, yeah, crazy. This should have been Crazy Story Part 7. The continuation of King Van's story, you see me? Although no one had died in this story still, which is a plus, a good thing. But the story is about a very toxic woman that you're seeing right now in your screen. right? Pink blouse, seat belt, currently came off, stepping out a vehicle, right? This is the level of toxicity of this woman. And this is her son that you're seeing, right? And she had brought him into this world, you know what I mean? You know, the 9 months pregnancy, something there. She had bared it and, you know, delivered him, and she had gave him up. The moment he was born, she had gave him up, you know what I mean? So her son seems to be traumatized, you know, very upset, and, you know, I've been like, you know, shaking somewhat from the life he has been. You know, he had to endure all these years, you know, without his mother, and I doubt his father is in his life. It doesn't seem that way, because if his mother gave him up, obviously there was no father to give him up to. You know what I mean? But this mother here, she said some things that, you know, you have to at least give her a little respect for, because, you know, she's honest one way. But I mean, this is like total comedy where it have me a dead with laugh, I swear. She she have me dying. She's like a Karen. She's one of those Karen from the wild. And you'll see what I'm talking about in just a little while. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of signs that show us the type of person she is. Because if you notice on her pink blouse where her bosoms are, it says the word evil. You know what I mean? And the full word actually says fear no evil. And y'all know that's what I talk about a lot with the evil and the good. And you know how to see the signs and the wonder of the time. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what that says on his shirt. Outland or something. I don't know what that says on his shirt. Out something. You know, yeah, but she says her blouse be saying fear no evil, you know, but it shows that she's evil. Every sign of her action, you know, from abandoning her child is evil. However, we have to be grateful that she at least she never aborted him with, you know, through the process of unaliving while being a fetus. You know what I mean? And a lot of parents deliver the child alive and throw them in a trash can and worse. You know what I mean? And it's just sad. But I mean, the fact that he's here and he's alive, you know, I must give thanks. You know, but I mean, I'm a Jamaican. I'm a Jamaican. I'm a Jamaican. Yeah. Yeah, so a lot of my Jamaican partners, right? A lot of my Jamaican partners and viewers, you know, I'm sure they won't have any remorse for the son here that this mom had abandoned. Because you know, Jamaican them very homophobic. We are, you know what I mean? I'm not at that level of those homophobic behavior, you know what I mean? So I still have some compassion for the youth, you know what I mean? Because nobody no deserve to be, you know, without guardian or the right guardian, you know, but that's just life. It's called earth. We all get earth, you know what I mean? From your birth, you gotta get earth. You gotta get a pinch. The doctor have to make you cry. You know, it shows the mental state of the child. And so yeah, there's like a few slides of her behavior. Now, before we get into this video here, all I'm going to say now is that so what had happened is that the son, right, that you're seeing here with the locks, and what he had done is try to reunite with his mother. That's why you see them both here. You know, he tried to reunite with his mom, and this is the third time. See, it says on the screen, you know what I mean? And he's trying so hard to get that love and that, you know, togetherness with his mom and to have that relationship, even though, you know, it's sort of late. But he's doing the wrong thing by, you know, trying to make things work with someone who definitely have no interest, showing no sign of wanting any relationship with her child. And she's totally honest about it, and you gotta see it play out for yourself. You know, as I said, I respect her for being honest, you know what I mean? Because it could be worse. And Yeah, it could be worse. It could be a lot worse. You know what I mean? So the fact that she's honest about it, and you know what he wanted to do, he tried to meet up with her the first time, and she lost it, totally lost it, disrespecting her son, calling him all sorts of names. You know what I mean? With slurs, using disrespectful terms. You know what I mean? Like this woman have no heart, no remorse. You know, it's sad, but that's just how life is. You know, some of us have to have parents like this. You know, my mom gave me up at birth, third time meeting her. This is the third time, and I'm going to show you all three times he tried to meet up with her, and it's just one big comedy drama. And he is, you know, he's very emotional. This guy, the son, he's very emotional. He's easy to break down in tears, and you know, so the fact that I was raised in Jamaica, which is highly homophobic, you know, I still will laugh about these situations because I myself go through, you know, domestic problems with my parents as well. You know what I mean? So, and right now it's like I'm just living on myself on my own responsibility. I have no parents to really, you know what I mean? Like him, he's seeking parents when he needs to go out there and just try to be the man, you know? Get up, Mr. Slow Coach, you're moving just too slow. Get up from your slumbering. There ain't no time to fall. You got to stand and be a man. Let the nation knows your plan. You know what I mean? You got to stand up and be a man. Don't try to hold on to things that you can't hold on to. You have no control over. You know what I mean? Yeah, just remain positive and try to strive for success with all your might and with all your lifetime. You know, so I'm going to get into this and let y'all hear. And sometime I may laugh because it's totally funny at some point. And I know for some y'all might say I'm evil because I find it funnier, you know what I mean? But you know, Jamaica is very toxic. The land of my birth is very toxic. So I was raised in, you know, a great level of toxicity. I had to, you know, find fun in the most dangerous times and the most treacherous times. A lot of times we're even you know, when we're in danger, the most serious of danger, we'll find laughter. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just crazy. It's like your own siblings trying to frighten you in the dark, and you know that they're up to something, so you're laughing, but you're also scared. You know what I mean? So it's like that. So don't mind me laughing if ever you see me laughing, because I mean, I'm saddened and heartbroken by the situation, just like many of you will after seeing this. Okay, so don't be judging me. All right? All right, let's go.
Bitch, don't forget it.
So hey, let's see if we can make amends. It's been over 5 years since we've tried to sit back down together and have a conversation.
And where were you raised? In a mixed cultural community.
Okay, so she so he's saying that he's been waiting 5 years to meet with her to have this sit down because, you know, it seems as if he really found out her location 5 years prior before this sat down he had with her. You know what I mean? So I'm going to play out the entire thing. So hopefully y'all listening good, and I'll clarify all that I think needs to. All right? Now let's go.
Dumb bitch, don't forget it.
So hey, let's see if we can make amends. It's been over 5 years since we've tried to sit back down together and have a conversation.
And where were you raised? In a mixed cultural community. And you still what? Excuse me? You're still what?
God's child.
No, you're a dumb bitch. Don't forget it. You ain't got shit, and you'll never be shit, and you ain't doing nothing, and you'll never go do nothing. You're a dumb bitch.
And I feel that you have not respected me over the years.
Okay, so it's not finished. I'm going to have to start it all over again. But what had just took place this here is their first time meeting up, having dinner, right? I think he paid for the meal. I don't know what that she's eating, right? But it seems yucky. I couldn't consume that. That seems very familiar to our very similar to our Jamaican hominy corn porridge, with a lot of milk water and some little corn all about. I don't like it. I prefer cornmeal porridge, not the hominy corn. You know what I mean? So this was their first meeting, first sat down, and everything went spiral and went left the moment she asked him if he still work. You know what I mean? Or something. Yeah, she asked him if he still work. Because first she asked him where was he raised, and he said somewhere amongst mixed culture, like Mexican, I'm seeing other black Africans and Caribbean people, like the projects in America. So that's the idea I'm getting when he said mix. But I'm going to play it again for y'all to hear, and then you'll hear the last part of this first clip. Okay? And we'll break it down as we go along. Okay, let's.
And a mix. No, you're a dumb bitch. Don't forget it.
So hey, let's see if we can make amends. It's been over 5 years since we've tried to sit back down together and have a conversation.
And where were you raised?
In a mixed cultural community.
And you still what?
Excuse me?
You're still what?
God's child.
No, you're a dumb bitch. Don't forget it. You ain't got shit, and you'll never be shit, and you ain't doing nothing, and you'll never go and do nothing. You're a dumb bitch.
Yeah, so I think everything went left with the moment she asked him if he still work, because that can be sort of and be taken as a disrespectful question, you know what I mean? Like, what are you doing with your life? You know what I mean? But it's like, to him, she doesn't have that authority to ask him about certain personal question, especially about his money. Because once you're asking about work, you're asking about a man's money. And it seems that he hasn't decided to give her that, privilege to ask certain personal question, especially this being the first meeting up and sat down he had with his biological mother, you know what I mean? And y'all seen that he has some gay tendencies. And that's what I was saying about my Jamaicans. They're very homophobic. So a lot of Jamaicans believe that once your child is born and behaving like that, then any consequences, then, Jamaicans have no pity or no remorse for the LGBT, especially the gay men. You understand? So that's just how Jamaicans are. So, as I said, I feel some level of compassion for this child here. Because as I said, no one should go through it. You know what I mean? Our granny always teach we, our grandparents always teach us that anything when not dead, no dash it away. Because there's still hope for, greatness, or, you know what I mean, for God to use them. You know what I mean? And God shall be the judge of all. So I'm going to, this is the last breakdown, and we'll get through this video here.
Oh, you're a dumb bitch. Don't forget it.
So hey, let's see if we can make amends. It's been over 5 years since we've tried to sit back down together and have a conversation.
And where were you raised?
In a mixed cultural community.
And you still what?
Excuse me?
You're still what?
God's child.
No, you're a dumb bitch. Don't forget it. You ain't got shit, and you'll never be shit, and you ain't doing nothing, and you'll never go and do nothing. You're a dumb bitch.
And I feel that you have not respected me over the years since I've been a child. You gave me love. And I don't like that you have yet to call me, check up on me. I lost my grandma, and you did not say a word. And I'm just.
No, you're a dumb bitch. Don't forget it.
So hey.
Okay, so that's him expressing his emotional, you know what I mean? How he feeling inside, and he broke down, and because because he never allowed her to, he never gave her any answer to her question about if he's still working. So I guess, she was like, she took offense to his response and, just start with her slur words, calling him a DUMBBITCH. You know what I mean? So it's really sad how she has no compassion for what he has been through, and she has probably been through some stuff as well. Who knows? You know what I mean? I mean, we have to be fair on both ends, but it's her duty. But I guess she's like, a lot of these women nowadays are very masculine, and you'll have women from way back in the days that has these tendency that we see um, being exercised by her. You know what I mean? So it's nothing really new, but it's more seen now often in most women, you know what I mean? And I think he really lacked the father figure for sure, and she's almost like she has the masculine tendency, and it's crazy because there's so much more to see, and that's gonna blow you away, you know what I mean? So let's see what's up on the second slide because we just got through with the first one.
Just, I'm baffled. I'm hurt, and I don't feel that I have a mother that truly loves me.
When you was born, I don't know if I told you. I told them I didn't want you. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I still don't want you. But what I want to do, and don't cry.
Oh, he's crying, guys. He's crying. She said, "Don't cry," and he went, he's crying. In both slides, you can hear him crying. You know what I mean? He totally is distraught and in disbelief. You know what I mean? And this is the honesty that I'm talking about. She's being 100% real with him, telling him that when he was born, she told him that she didn't want it. For whatever reason, it doesn't seem that she made it clear why she never wanted it. I think the father was, I think the father was the reason. But a woman like this, a man, she would give a man nightmare and hell with that attitude. Hopefully, it's not that attitude cause his father to had flee from her, I hope these are the attitudes she had developed from not having a man and any children and, the unhappiness and probably the hardship she had to endure all these years. Well, it seems that she's living quite okay. She's driving, she has a car, nice coats and glasses, earrings. She seems to having things going good, probably better than the son. You know what I mean? The son seemed to have his own place now. And, because it seems that she had drove to his house in the last slide or the second to last one, where we'll get to very soon. So this is the thing I'm talking about. You don't try to push yourself and try to win over people like friends or family. You know what I mean? Try to allow them to run into your life. Because if anyone had loved you that much, they would be checking up on you and, want to be around. So you don't fight your way and try to gain people to be in any relationship, friendship, companionship, any ship with you. Just try to be a man, as I sang before in the song, and let the nation know your plan. Gaza nation, of every nation, Gaza nation of the revelation, Gaza nation of we occupation, Gaza, Gaza, Gaza. All right? So let us play back this slide here.
Just, I'm baffled. I'm hurt, And I don't feel that I have a mother that truly loves me.
When you was born, I don't know if I told you. I told them I didn't want you. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I still don't want you. But what I want to do, and don't cry, what I want to do is, I want to hear you. I want to hear what you got to say. And I want to let you know, I can't love you because I don't love myself. And I have to work on me. You want me to work with you, but I got to work with me first. I'm the most important person. You are loved.
Just
Okay, so she's saying that she has to work on herself. She seems somewhat selfish for sure, because how long have she what have she been working on all these years? You know what I mean? She haven't been working on herself. Like, what is there to work on? That would be my immediate question to her. Like, what are the things you're planning to work on? Some bank heist? You know what I mean? Because I don't know, she probably trying something to secure her future, which is already at hand. You know what I mean? So this is just crazy. Now that we're finished with the second slide, brace yourself for the third slide. Okay? Okay, hold on.
You wasn't in an environment where they didn't take care of you and they didn't do something for you. So you can wipe them tears and you will never be nothing. I know that's what I said, but something in me say you will be something one day. I don't know. It may not never come. I don't know. I'm just saying, wipe your eyes and don't cry.
Oh, John Mustard. That's sad. Yo, this woman is a savage, ratchet, toxic, bad to the bone. You know what I mean? This woman will fight 10 WrestleMania, 10 WrestleManian devil, Tasmanian devil. This woman ain't to play with. You know what I mean? You don't want this woman. And this guy here, this is his first meeting, right? His first meeting. Or probably his second meeting. I'm not sure. But it's 3 times he had met up with her. And the last one you'll see. When she's in that pink blouse thing. You know what I mean? Let me see her garments, how she's dressed. Because it will tell. So I'm going to check the first and the second slide. Because now we're on the third. Okay, so she seems... Well, it seems like the same... It seems like the same first meeting or date. You know what I mean?
You wasn't in an environment where they didn't take care of you and they didn't do something for you. So you can wipe them tears and you will never be nothing. I know that's what I said, but something in me say you will be something one day. I don't know. It may not never come. I don't know. I'm just saying, wipe your eyes and don't cry. Stand up. Stand up. I don't even know the word love. I can't say it right now, but I can say I had you. Yes, I had you. I'll say I had you because I did have you. Love.
Yo, so those are some harsh words, and with him being that emotional already, I know how a lot of these people take these things, hopefully he's strong enough to avoid any unaliving of himself or attempting, because sometimes it results like that, very heartbroken. And it's just sad, you know what I mean? And this woman is not to be played with. You don't friend these people. You don't want people like her around or in your life, And he is trying 3 times to get her to fix things. And that's just crazy. And you're gonna see how wild she become, like any Karen in the wild. Okay, we're going to the fourth slide.
No damn therapy. Ain't shit wrong with me. Something wrong with him.
So listen, I'm here at the restaurant about to meet my mom again. She called me. She was mad. The job has called her, and this has gone way viral. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. She's just really, really upset, y'all.
People call.
Yeah, my people, so may I tell you, said John was star, yo. So what happened? You heard him say that the video went viral. So it has caused a lot of people to forward to his defense. My bad, you know. A lot of people have forward to his defense. And his mother, his his godforsaken mother, have been, furious because a lot of fans of and supporter of the Sun have been calling her and and bothering her, calling her phone. Yeah, people. So his mother, his mother is very upset because people be calling her. You know how the internet stay. These fans find your number, your address, everything. They show up at your workplace. So, so, so she was okay. Look, she was okay with being filmed on the first and the second date. Okay, she was okay with being filmed by her son, right? Meeting up for the first time, and she thought that she could behave sporadically and in some belligerent manner, and she thought that it would forward with no or zero consequences. And so the people have been ringing down her phone inviting her to therapy and she finds those things to be very upsetting. It caused her to become very upset, disgruntled, boisterous, and monstrous, or monstrous. Yeah. So I'm gonna play this from the top again and show y'all the crazy behavior of this lady. It's crazy.
No damn therapy. Ain't shit wrong with me. Something wrong with him.
So listen, I'm here at the restaurant about to meet my mom again. She called me. She was mad. The job has called her, and this has gone way viral. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. She's just really, really upset, y'all.
People calling me. People coming to my house. You got my life in jeopardy, boy. I ain't never did nothing to you. Monica, what is the deal? What is going on? I'm trying to figure out, why you keep doing this to him. Who is you? I'm his friend.
Look, now the lady, the female voice you heard in the background speaking to her, that was a friend who came to the defense of the son. And these people are unaware of the danger that they are in, because this mother is a savage beast. This mother is this mother is this mother is a Karen from the wild, wicked and wild, very inhumane style. This woman is terrible. She's like a category 10, man. Listen. So the friend approached her trying to calm things down and speak in defense of the son, because they are fully aware of the situation that he's trying to meet up with the mother. And that's how I know that the other lady that you haven't seen in the camera but only heard her voice is his friend. You know what I mean?
This has gone way viral. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. She's just really, really upset, y'all.
People calling me. People coming to my house. You got my life in jeopardy, boy. I ain't never did nothing to you. Monica,
that good Okeechobee accent from the original black people, you know what I mean, from either like Alabama, Georgia, and those type of states, you know, where a lot of the strong black slaves were, you know what I mean. Yeah, that's um you causing me trouble, boy. You know, she could act in some of those slave movie, you know what I mean? she she would be a good you know, house slave that would play for, like, you know, the Bakra master, the slave master. You know, she would be the house slave, you know, because she has the color, and you know, she has the ignorancy, she has the toxicity, you know. So let's pull it up.
Ain't no damn therapy. Ain't shit wrong with me. Something wrong with him.
So listen, I'm here at the restaurant about to meet my mom again. She called me. She was mad. The job has called her, and this has gone way viral. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. She's just really upset, y'all.
People calling me. People coming to my house. You got my life in jeopardy, boy. I ain't never did nothing to you. Monica, what is the deal? What is going on? Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, why you keep doing this to him?
Look at
Who is you? I'm his friend. Okay, well, I don't give a damn about a damn friend. You don't know what's going on. I advise you to back the hell up. You got people calling me, they threatening me, and I want to know what the hell is going on. Monica. You got me on this damn social media. Monica, calm down. You got me on. I don't need no damn therapy. Ain't shit wrong with me. Something wrong with him.
So listen.
Yeah, so we approaching the last slide, the very last slide. So this is when she came out the car now, you know what I mean? People, yo, this is crazy, yo. Buckle up for the last ride, you know what I mean? Because this lady is crazy.
Social media. Calm down. You got me on this damn social media doing all kind of shit to me. You are trying to cause me harm, and I don't fucking like it. No, he's not. He just wants a resolve. People have called my house and asked if I could come to therapy. They have called my house. You might need some therapy. I don't need no damn therapy. Ain't shit wrong with me. Something wrong with him. What's wrong with him? Everything. What? Everything. What is wrong with him? Look at it. It's the trauma that you done put him through. I haven't put him through nothing. I gave him a life. Hold on. What's happening? You gave him a life. Hold on.
Wait, why we outside these people?
And that's a life. I brought him in the world.
Yeah, yo.
On this damn.
Yo, this is crazy. So, yo, shout out to the lady for defending the son, you know what I mean? Because she stood there brave and courageous, because a lot of women, look, she put out her arm to keep her back. That is the tactics you need to know to do. Shout out to that lady for keeping her back from not, you know, spitting in her face and all that aggression. And look at her face. That is Miss Trunchable nowadays, you know, from Matilda, the original 90s Matilda. I grew up watching that movie. And they just did the musical one a few years ago, like on Netflix. You know, it's crazy. Yo, this lady is crazy. You know what I mean? She needs some milk. Yo, but I hope he doesn't try to meet with her the fourth time, because they're saying that this is the third time, you know, meeting the mother who gave him up at birth. Yeah. And the son name is Sing Tyrus. Sing Tyrus. You know, I don't know if the mother, I doubt that the mother named him that, because she had gave him up. So probably other people had named him, you know what I mean? And this girl came with the alcoholic beverages. She should have asked her, she should have offered the mother a drink and see how she would respond. Because, you know, she probably would have took the drink. She probably would have, you know, take a shot or a few. Because she definitely looked like she drink, you know, to calm her nerves down. And she says, fear no evil, you know, for thou art with me. She has the evil with her, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And she know not to fear evil, because she is evil. So you got to know to read the sign. Walk by faith, not by sight. The alcoholic beverage. I'm going to cut it here now, y'all, because this is crazy. And it's just messed up. Let's look at it one more time.
On this damn social media. Calm down. You got me on this damn social media doing all kind of shit to me. You are trying to cause me harm, and I don't fucking like it.
No, he's not. He just wants a resolve.
People have called my house and asked if I could come to therapy. They have called my house.
You might need some
I don't
therapy.
need no damn therapy. Ain't shit wrong with me. Something wrong with him.
What's wrong with him?
Everything.
What?
Everything.
What is wrong with him?
Look at it.
It's the trauma that you done put him through.
I haven't put him through nothing. I gave him a life.
Wait, hold on. What's happening?
You gave him a life.
Wait, why we asking all these people?
And that's a life. I brought him in the world.
Damn. That's the worst mother of the century. You know what I mean? Yeah, thank God for my mother. You know what I mean? I wouldn't trade her for any other. Never would have ever. You know what I mean? Trade my mother for any other. Ever. Never, ever. What is under my nose?